I'm going to show you how to cut a bishop collar. A bishop collar is also known as a mandarin collar. It's also known as a turtleneck. So today I'm going to show you how to cut and sew a bishop collar. But before we continue, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Riyasi Fashion. Also follow me on all my social media handles as displayed on the screen. Now let's go to our cutting table. Stay tuned. Okay, now this is our design. This is for a child. For one of my customers, is for a child. So this is the neck. As you can see, I've cut the neck. Now when it is very important, when you want to fix a bishop collar, just like a normal shirt collar, cutting the neck, you don't shape it like that of a senator wear. As you can see, this neck, it has a kind of love shape. As you can see, this is how you cut the neck for when you're fixing a bishop collar. So I'm going to do a separate video on how to cut the neck like this, but I've already cut the neck. You see, it has a V shape. So this is where we are going to fix our bishop collar. Okay, so now the first thing you need to do, you need to get the neck round measurement. You raise the top up like this. Then from this side, you're going to measure how it is from the neck round. Now when you're measuring, ensure that you don't stretch the material. Just hold it gently and just carry your tape with half-inch allowance. As you can see, I'm leaving, this is where the side I'll leave when I'm sewing the bishop collar on top of the neck. So I'm going to just patiently take my tape around the neck to determine the neck round. So I'll place it like this, then take it down to this side, then down to this side. So we have 15.5, as you can see. You can see now, you know, the bishop collar, there's a part where we'll curve it so that it will fit around the neck. So for us to determine that part, we need to get to know the width of the neck. So the width of this neck is 4 inches. As you can see, the width of the neck is 4 inches. So I'm going to divide this 4 inches divided by 2. So when I'm curving the bishop collar, when I'm cutting it, I'm going to take it up by 2 inches. Okay, so now this is the gum stay. When you're cutting the bishop collar, you need to cut the gum stay first before tracing it on the material, on the fabric, sorry. Now I have a neck round of 15.5. 15.5 divided by 2, that's 7.75, or we can call it 7 3/4. So I'm going to place my tape round here and mark 7.75. So it should be around here. Now this 7.75, I'm going to divide it by 2, so that will give us like 3, a little bit above 3.5. So it should be around here. So you divide this divided by 2. So this is the marking. So this is where I'll start my curve. So now we've marked the middle of this 7.75. So now we're going to take this side up by 2 inches. Now this 2 inches is that neck width divided by 2 that we did earlier. That I told you that's how we're going to curve. So I'm going to mark the 2 inches here. So from this midpoint, I'm going to curve it to that 2 inches like this. Curve it to that 2 inches. Then I'm going to raise here up by, usually bishop collar is usually 1 inch. Some people can make it higher, 1.5, but since this is for a child, this 1 inch is okay. So I'm going to mark the 1 inch all through it, also with the curve. I'm going to place my tape on the curve and mark the 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Then I'm going to curve from here straight. Then once I get to this spot, I'm going to curve it up. So I'm going to confirm if this will give me my 7.75. 7.75 from this position. So I take it to, from this position, I'll take it to the 7.75. Curve it to the tape. So once I get to that 7.75, I'm going to mark. So this is where I'm going to curve it. So from here, I'll curve it. And from here, I'm going to take this side like this. Curve it. From here, I'm going to cut this upper part. And curve it. So as you can see, as getting our bishop collar, this is the shape you get. Let me take this off. This is the shape you get. As you can see, you see the curve. Then when I place it like this, this is what we're going to have. Okay, as I've already cut out the gum stay for the bishop collar, I've cut out 2 pieces of fabric. One is for the facing, one is the main fabric. This black is for the main fabric. So I'm going to place my gum stay on one of the pieces, the black pieces. I placed like 1/4 inch allowance all around the collar down to this side, as you can see. So I'm going to carry my pressing iron and I'm going to press it. Okay, so now I've ironed this gum stay on top of the fabric. So I'm going to fold here the down part Then I'm going to press it. So you curve it like this, then you press. You curve it like this and you press. When you come to this other side, you curve it and you press. So this is what we have. So I'm going back to the sewing machine, and I'm going to attach this piece to this piece and attach it to the clothes. So first thing we need to do now, we're going to stitch. This is the front part. This is where we folded. We're going to stitch that part in place. So I'm going to place it under the machine like this. I'm going to stitch that part, making sure I ensure that the stitching is following the curve. So I'm going to stitch it. This is the facing. This is the part that will face the inside. So I'm going to place this good side facing good side. This is the good side of the black. I'm going to place it here. Then from this angle, I'm going to stitch following the gum stay, but I'll be stitching close to the gum stay, but not exactly at the gum stay, so that when I touch it, when I turn it, it will turn and balance very well. So I'm leaving a slight space away from the gum stay, but I'm following the shape of the gum stay, the curve of the bishop collar. So I'm going to take it and control it all the way. Control it all the way. Control it all the way, as you can see. And I'm going to curve it like this. And I'm going to curve it down. So I'm going to trim the excess, leaving at least a 1/4 of an inch allowance so that when I turn it, the curve will come out. And I can even notch this place a little, notch the curve, notch the curve. So once you turn it, I'm going to give it a good press. So as you can see, I've pressed it. It's looking very fine. So I'm going to this back side. I'm going to this side. This is the back side. I'm going to open the wrong side of the fabric. Then I'm going to place this back side on the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to align it, and I'm going to place it under the machine like this, making sure it's well aligned. Then I'm going to stitch it. So I'm stitching close to that other part, but I'm not stitching on top. If you stitch on top, you're not going to be able to turn it. So I'm going to coordinate it following the curve, ensuring that I get it on the curve. And take it down to this side. You try as much as possible to ensure that you don't stretch the fabric. You don't stretch either the collar or the clothes. Just make sure it's resting naturally. Now you take it, make sure that when you're sewing, you ensure this other part aligns. Then you now take it down. Now this is the final part. We've stitched the underside, so you're going to curve this and place it on this side, cover it up, ensuring that you stitch it well. And let me even start from here. I'll just start from here, stitch here, and curve it, making sure that you get it at the very edge. And when you come to this down part, you can use your scissors to ensure that you actually catch it at the right spots, ensuring that you just cover the initial stitch you did at the back. So you cover it with this initial one, you cover the initial stitch you did at the back, then you stitch and you turn it. So now what you just do, use this piece to cover this side a little, slightly cover that initial stitch you did at the back, slightly cover it, then you stitch on top. Alright. So when you get to this end, you can use your scissors to ensure that you pull the material in. And stitch it. make sure this is in so that it will give a very good result. Stitch it, and from here you can stitch the upper part. This is optional, but you can, it actually gives a very good result. Stitch the upper part, stitch the upper part, ensuring that your stitch is straight, and you come to this side, back stitch. Okay, this is the final result. As you can see, it's a combination of the trouser and the top. This is the trouser. As you can see, this is the result on the bishop collar. It's sitting very well on the neck. So this is what you get if you follow this exact method I made. You're going to get this result. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, Luyasi Fashion. We are growing very fast. Shout out to all my subscribers, those of you that hit me up. Big shout out to you. If you have any question, don't hesitate, hit me up on my WhatsApp, on all my social media handles. They are displayed on the screen. Please like, share and subscribe. You can't be getting this much value and you don't subscribe, so that anytime I upload a new video, you get the first-hand knowledge of it. Like, share and subscribe. See you in my next video.